Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and today I'm coming to you with some EDC gear review. More specifically, on a holster. This holster is provided to me by a company called K Tactical. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you guys can go check out their website. They make everything from leather holsters, which is the case of this one for a full-size 1911. They also make Kydex holsters, a number of belts, and other gear. So go check them out. And anytime I receive anything in the mail for review, I always disclose to you as my viewers and subscribers the terms. I'm not receiving any compensation for this review. I get no discount codes, no kickbacks, nothing else. The only thing that I received for free was the holster itself to try out and 3 little pieces of swag, which is just these little patches, little Velcro patches. That is all that I received, and I make no promises that I will make a positive, negative, or even a review at all. I'm just going to give my honest thoughts. And so I got this in the mail, and I'm going to try it out with one of the carry guns that I have in my carry rotation. This is my stainless steel Colt lightweight Commander XSC series, 100 years of service, with some awesome grips made by another company called Brownworks. And I'm going to be using my Core Essentials EDC belt with this review as well. So let's adjust the camera, let's open this up, see what the holster looks like, check out its quality, and see if it even fits the gun. Alright, so here's how the holster comes in this packaging. Now, when they contacted me, they gave me a couple of options for me to review and said, go over on our website, see which holsters would interest you, and we'll send you one. Well, I think I asked for this 1911 one, I asked for a Glock one, and something else. They sent me the 1911. They don't have a full variety for every particular type of gun or size. So this was the only 1911 holster they offered. It does say full size, although I am going to be using it on a Commander size, so it's on a little bit shorter barrel, but everything else when it comes to the grip and the frame should be exactly the same. The only difference is the barrel length. So they don't offer this for like an officer size or a Commander size. So if you do order from them and take a look at their website, understand that they don't offer something for every particular firearm. So let's take a look here at the packaging. It seems to be kind of sealed. It says K Tactical 1911 full-size holster. It does say made in China, but just from looking at it, it seems to be decent quality. So let's open this thing up and see what we actually get. Sometimes these packages can be a little bit tricky to open. All right, there we go. And move this to the side here. So just handling the holster. Seems to be pretty nice. The leather is flexible. It's not super thick, but not super thin either. One thing I do like about the look of this, I do like the red stitching against the black leather. Has a clip. This is going to be for the right hand and the right side carry. They do offer them for left hand as well. And they have the K Tactical embossed here on this side. Something about this holster that I do like is the fact that it has a little flap here at the top. A lot of times when it comes to, especially inside the waistband carry, that I'll have is the back portion of the gun will kind of rub up against me. I always wear an undershirt when I conceal carry, and I just don't want it rubbing, and to have this little bit of extra kind of a flap up here can actually make carrying the gun pretty comfortable. It does look like something has already been in the holster, so they probably fit it at the factory. So let's take my 1911 here, that I talked about, my Commander 1911. Let's see if it even fits in this holster. Well, actually it does. It fits pretty nice, actually. See, so the trigger guard is covered pretty well on this side. It covers all of the controls, and even goes as far out as the beaver tail there. So that actually looks pretty darn nice. Being a Commander, the barrel comes out to about right here, which I actually kind of like, because it would protect the end of the barrel a little bit. So in the case of this particular setup, I kind of like that, running a little bit shorter gun, so you get a little bit more protection in the end. That's what it looks like, that side. Let me kind of pull it in and out a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is that that's not retaining the gun very tight. I definitely think that for concealed carry, that will be absolutely fine. But I have a feeling that if I turn this holster upside down, the gun will probably come out. Let's find out. Yeah, it kind of does. I put it in there, yeah, shake it. Yeah, so it's not going to retain it great in this case, but it does fit the gun, kind of loose, but I think it's going to work for this application. As I said, inside the waistband, concealed carry. It's not designed to be a retention holster. So that's how it kind of fits. Let me put this on my belt and let's see how it actually fits on my side. All right, so I got the holster here, and you guys are gonna have to put up with the profile of my sexy tactical dad bod. That's just the way it goes, so sorry if that offends anybody. Well, I'm gonna be trying this here on my Core Essentials tactical belt, see how this thing fits. So let me put it on my side here, and let's see if there's any issues. Now, I was talking about the retention of the gun earlier. I'm thinking that when I put it inside the waistband and I tighten the belt, that's going to compress the holster and the gun and probably give me a little bit more retention as well. So having it a little bit loose outside of the belt might actually be a pretty good thing, but let's find out here. All right, so I'll tighten all of that up. All right, so far, it actually fits pretty well. Pretty comfortable with that flap. None of the controls are digging into my side here. That's what it looks like from the front. What it kind of looks like from the back there. Very snug, very kind of low profile. It's up against my body pretty well. Let me see if I can unholster this and reholster. Okay, that was easy. Not bad at all. I could definitely get to that kind of quick. It does kind of fit and ride lower in my belt, which I do like. Kind of maximizes the concealability, especially of a longer firearm like a 1911. So far, I like it. It does feel comfortable. I don't think I'm going to have any issues carrying it at all. So I guess now the only thing I can really do is carry it for a few days and kind of report back to you guys and let you know what I think. Alright, so through the magic of YouTube, it's been a few days and I've been able to carry my Colt 1911 in the K Tactical leather holster. I have a few thoughts. First off, I'm going to say that all of my thoughts are only going to deal with the leather holsters. I do not have a Kydex holster in for review, and I do not personally own one, so I cannot attest to their quality or fit. So with that said, how did the leather holster work for me? Well, the two things about a holster that I care the most about are concealability and comfort. And actually, in both those categories, I give this one pretty high marks. For concealability, it's relatively minimalistic, it's thin, it holds well against my body, it worked fine. Comfort, it conceals and covers all of the controls very well. This flap at the back prevents the gun from kind of digging into my side, which I like a lot. I didn't have any comfort issues or any carry issues with this holster at all. I do like the aesthetics of it with the red stitching. I think that's very nice on the outside, and I think the finish on the outside is pretty nice. The big issue I have, though, is the wear on the inside. I do know that this particular 1911 is not dehorned. It does have some sharp edges and it has the front cocking serrations and things. I kind of feel like the internals of this holster are wearing just a little bit. I have put on a little bit of oil trying to get that color back, but I can definitely see where it's scratched and is wearing, I don't want to say significantly, but I think prematurely. And that just could be because of the quality of the leather. This is a $23 to $30 holster, so you're not getting a heirloom presentation piece, you know, it's a budget holster. So by that end, I think it does its job and does its job pretty darn good. I think you get a good value for your money, especially at that price point. But the internal wear is the only thing that concerns me a little bit, but it's not a concern as though the holster is going to fall apart. I just wish that it wouldn't have that issue so early after only carrying for a short period of time. But as I said, it's only $23 to $30 depending on the model that you get. So you do get a good value. So if you're maybe looking at a leather holster, wondering if it's the right thing for you, and they offer one of their holsters for your particular gun, it might be worth taking a look at. If it works for you, great, and maybe you can upgrade to a different holster at a later time. If it does not work for you, it'd only be a $25 to $30 expense. I definitely think it's worth looking at. I'm still gonna keep carrying it, this gun and this holster. It seems to work. Maybe after some longer term, maybe after a couple months, I can report back and let you guys know what I think. But right now, overall, I'm pretty happy. So on my little star rating when it comes to products, how would I rate this? For what it is, I would actually give it 4 out of 5 stars. So a pretty high rating. But when it comes to holsters in general, from the highest quality holsters to the cheapest holsters you can get, I'd give it about a 3 out of 5 stars. So kind of take your pick there, as I said, for what it is, what they advertise it as, and especially for its price point, 4 out of 5 stars. But when you compare this maybe to a more high-end leather holster, I would go with the higher end holster if you had the budget for it. So that's kind of where this holster fits. So that's about my honest review of this and what I really think. So there you go. So that is my personal review and personal thoughts on the K Tactical leather holster for a full-size 1911, but in this case I'm carrying a commander-sized 1911. Works just fine, very comfortable, does what it says it's going to do. Exterior, very attractive. I'm going to keep carrying it. So take that or leave it for what you think that means and my thoughts on it. So there you go. So let me know if you have any questions, and are you guys kind of holster snobs? Do you guys prefer really high-end holsters, or you guys just don't care? But I think for budget holster, I don't think you can really go wrong with this. So I'm kind of impressed, and I might actually buy another one from them for a different gun. So who knows? So there you go. My review, K Tactical leather holster for the 1911. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.